Hey y'all, hey, it's Patty from Getty Things. I am fresh from a shower spa experience, and we're going to see what we get up to tonight. We'll see what we have for dinner. I'm going to show you those incredibly beautiful soaps that I got from Costco, and we'll see what else we get up to. It's going to be fun. We're just relaxing and having a great Saturday at home, and we're so glad that you're here with us. So this evening I am having the faux chicken parmesan, more on that, and some peas and carrots. Now I will say we're using the grated, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it correctly, Parmigiano Reggiano. I'll try better to do better. But that's what's on here. And we got that the other day together at Aldi. Asher, why are you so sweet and sweet and sweet? Are you going to blink? We love you too. Just so comfy.
She's living in a box.
She's living in the box. Fluffy.
Little princess, little fluffy mommy.
You're so cute. If you hear the wind wooing outside, that's how it sounds, obviously. That is because it is really windy here tonight. So thinking about my friends and family in the Gulf Coast and hoping that everybody is staying safe because it's some spring weather there, and it's one of the reasons I moved to Virginia, to be quite honest. But I wanted to share with you, probably see this down here a little bit. I wanted to share with you, my phone's telling me something, I don't know what it is. It's telling me that you're pretty. You're so pretty. You're so beautiful. So this is the thing I was really excited about in the video where we went to Costco. I had seen this online as one of the best things you could buy at Costco, and I just thought it would be fun to get it. It was $10. It is the Dolce Brezza hand soap collection, and it's got cherry blossom, French lavender, olive thyme, and Meyer lemon. So I thought that was fun. It's really heavy. These are big bottles. I hope that translates over the phone camera. Let's turn it around. These are 21.5 ounces each, or 636 milliliters, and they are in these very pretty bottles. And when I figure out how to open this box, let's see, maybe oh no, I don't know, y'all. I might need the disembodied voice to do this for me because it's like a little puzzle box is what it is. But I'll hold that up there and kind of go by very gently so you can see the designs on those. So these are just really pretty. Typically we use Mrs. Meyer's, and I really, really like it. But I wanted these. I thought about even giving them as gifts, but I don't know. People like to buy their own stuff, and sometimes you don't know what people are allergic to, right? So while we're thinking about that, I just used my Mario Badescu skincare, right? And this is the facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rosewater. You've probably seen me use that before. I love it. To be honest, if I ran out of this right now, I would probably just put some water in there and maybe, I don't know, some, what am I talking about? Some... I could do it eventually. Some kind of infusion. I might put an infusion of something in there and use it in the same spray bottle. But for right now, I've got this one and I've got a smaller bottle. I would have paid a lot more for this, but I got it at Marshall's for $7.99 and was really happy with that. Another thing I wanted to show you before I dip a little bit into my Zepbound experience, because that's going to be a part of the video too. I just never want to talk just about Zepbound or Tirzepatide, or I'm sorry, Tirzepatide by itself. I want to put it with something that has to do with just life and joy and fun, because it is life and joy and fun too, and it's something that's just a part of daily life. It doesn't have to be like an event for me. It's just a part of how I am, being as healthy and as conscious of my health as I possibly can. But I wanted to, without further ado, I wanted to share these vases with you. Let's see if you can see those well. Look, y'all, I finally got my hobnail, my Anchor Hocking hobnail flower vases. You know, and when I was imagining 9 3/4 inches, I'm not good at imagining the things, but here's my myself. And there are the vases. And aren't they pretty? I don't have my glasses on, so I don't know how much detail you can see, but they're regular hobnail here, and then they've got the dashed sides with the lines. Right, put my hand up behind it. My hand doesn't. Oh, what am I going to do with my hand? Just give it bunny ears. No, those are moose. Oh, sorry. Those are moose ears, I guess. But anyway, bunny ears. So there's that one, and there's this one. One is going in our studio, and they're identical, I think, pretty much. One is going in our studio, and one is going in this bedroom. I'm probably going to transfer the roses into this at some point, but these could use a little bit of a rinse off. But they were so well packed and so nicely described. It's exactly what I had with the, you know, they got the little scallopy edges there, which I like. It's just what I pictured. It's just what I pictured. These are the ones I remember from my childhood, my grandma's, and oh, they're okay. They're fine. Don't let me. Oh, don't let me handle things like that for too long. So anyway, as concerns my Tirzepatide, I did take my second shot last night. Today's Saturday, so last night. I have not had any side effects thus far other than appetite suppression, so that was good. The first week I had a little bit the headache, fatigue, woke up Saturday morning after the Friday night shot feeling like, quite frankly, someone had slapped me around in my sleep, right? That was kind of, or that I had done something in my sleep that, you know, that was kind of not a great feeling, but it wasn't, I mean, compared to other things, it's not a big deal. And then this week, I really haven't felt any side effects. I haven't even had any nausea, but I do still have a continuation of my appetite suppression. So that's great. I know that we are still waiting for some official word on how the compounding pharmacies are going to treat this medication moving forward. It was March 19th would be the last date that people would have access to compound tirzepatide. But, you know, I've heard many thoughts on that. Some people have said, you know, well, that's unless you can get your doctor to write the prescription so that it deals with another symptom that you're genuinely having, like nausea or, you know, something like that. But that doesn't make that, tell me if you have figured it out, because that doesn't make as much sense to me. And to be fair, I haven't done as much research as I probably could have done. I was looking up other things because, you know, I love to research. But it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because if you needed, like Zofran, for example, an anti-nausea medication, if you needed that with a Zepbound shot, why wouldn't they just prescribe you Zofran and the Zepbound shot and not the compound if that's something that's litigious or in any kind of legal action? That having been said, I'm not saying I agree with the litigation. Saying it's the way it is, and there are people who own the patent to that, and there are all different sides to that argument. Research and development costs and things like that, as opposed to, does it really have to be this expensive? You know, lots of things can be true at the same time. Lots of ideas can be valid at the same time, even ones that seem in opposition to each other, because life is nuanced, right? Life is incredibly nuanced. So I don't know where that's going to stand as of tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. But I'm planning, I got my lab work done on the day I fell down, go boom. And what day was that? That was Friday. Seems like so long ago. It was yesterday. But the morning I went out to get the blood work done. You know, as of then, I have an appointment on the following Friday. I think it's 2 Fridays after, with my doctor to do my annual physical. And at that point, we will get all the stuff sorted for a new Zepbound prescription, I hope. And the insurance really only, that's what they needed. They were very reasonable about it. And I don't think I will need to think about the compounding anymore anyway. But for those of you who do, I will probably continue to report on that, do a little bit better research, and do a video that's maybe dedicated to reporting on that. As another video I did pointed out, you know, pharmacy benefits managers are a big part of the problem. And it's not just the PBMs, that's what those are, but it's also the fact that they're unregulated. They don't have to report to anyone. And of course, that's never a good idea. With anything, we need checks and balances in every process. So that's how that's going for me. Appetite suppression, great, and all that stuff. That having been said, as I often say, I am not experiencing the weight loss that I would expect to with maintaining, all things being equal, maintaining diet. I need to get moving a little bit more, but as you may have intuited, that's difficult for me because of my hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. That's actually the reason that I fell down. My ankle and my knee dislocated, subluxed. It's shades of gray there, but at the same time, and I didn't have my cane, and so fall down, go boom, right? But I'm fine, bruised and, a little sore, but I'm fine. The thing about it is, though, that I have been doing the best I can to, keep myself active and stuff, and just the weight isn't budging right now. That may be a natural plateau, but I'm also thinking, and this is something good to discuss with my healthcare provider, whether or not I need to move from 5 milligrams to 7.5. Now, one of the things that's been really good for me, and I don't know about you, tell me in the comments, but I've been able to move through the doses very slowly, and I've lost a little bit more than 60 pounds. And that was in the space of a year. And that's great. And I'm very happy to move 1 pound, 1.5 pounds a week is fine with me. Fewer sometimes, maybe it kicks up to 2 a little bit sometimes. So I'm willing for that to average out to about 1 pound or 1.5 pounds a week. And it doesn't matter what I'm willing to do. It's going to do what it's going to do, right? But that's not been happening recently, and I know I've been following my food plan. I've been trying to get that protein in. I've been really watching that. I could probably do better consistently with water. Some days are better than other days, and I know that's the way it is with everything, and we should be kind to ourselves. But I can set that goal to try to really hydrate on a level that is next level. Hydration 2.0. So that, and then also I'm going to talk about the 7.5 because I've been on the medication since December of 2023. And I mean, 2.5 was my first dose and 5 is the next step up. So I've only stepped up once, and it may be time to do a little bit more. But I'll let you know what my healthcare provider says about that and what we decide together to do. And of course, with all of this, I am not a medical doctor. Please always consult your medical doctor. So that's a wrap up of what's going on there. I've got my Goose Creek candle, Cherish You Forever, Valentine's theme candle going on in the background. It smells so good. The throw on Goose Creek candles is amazing. I didn't know until a few months ago that that's even what it was called. The scent that comes out into the industry term for that is the candle's throw. Isn't that interesting to know those kinds of things? I think it's pretty interesting. And so that's all beautiful in the background. I am waiting for my candle holders, and I've got both of them for the beautiful Bella Luna Toys candle holder. I've got both of them here. This is one that came separately with the Serena Bee candles, the beeswax candles, and this one is the one with a Serena Bee candle in it that came with the holder. And of course, I think I shared with you in another video that I have this ready to burn a pillar beeswax candle when we remember to bring those upstairs. So that's going to happen very soon. The other thing I was going to share with you is a little saving goal I have for myself. At first, I thought $20 a month, but now I'm thinking I'll just save what I can. And if it's more than that, that would be great. But this is going to be a concerted effort. I set aside money. I buy stuff and I unbox it in these videos, but I set aside money for specific things. Like when we got our Costco membership about, I don't know, a month and a half ago, maybe, y'all, I don't know for sure because I'm a little time blind. But when we got that, I started saving up for us to have a Costco run. So we sort of knew what we had to spend, and then we spent it because that's what it was for, to have fun with. And we got some things we really wanted and some things that we also needed to restock on. But that was money that had been set aside. I'll talk more about how we plan with our money in another video. But I'm setting aside money now to get, and I'm going to try to figure out how to do a picture-in-picture. But if I can't, I'll just link it in the description and maybe put a picture at the end of the video. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see when we get there. As my mom would say, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. But I am saving up for a Tover Lux lamp, Toverlux lamp. And it is a very beautiful, commonly associated with the Waldorf method of schooling, particularly a lot of people homeschool, or Waldorf schools can kind of be run similarly to Montessori schools, even though it's two very separate educational ideologies. They have a lot in common, and both are very good. And so I want a Toverlux lamp, and I'll tell you why. Because I saw our lovely Nana Diane Schiffer, bought for her daughter Milene a Toverlux lamp, and then she bought her the transparencies that went with it. And what I'd like to do is save up for that. They are pretty much $97 wherever you look. And the transparencies kind of vary in cost, and you could budget those out. But I'd like to save for one set of transparencies that cost $10, and then the $97 lamp, which is made of wood, and it has a little screen where you can put the transparencies in, and then it pops out into the room and it's lit up, it lights up, and it's beautiful. And I think that it would be a great part of my meditation practice, my peace practice, and not just for me, but for my family, for y'all, as we look at it together. So I think that's going to be exciting. So that's something that's coming around the bend. Is the Toverlux lamp saving. So we'll see how much I'll get saved in the next paycheck, because we just got paid. I'm going to see how much we have left over from our budget, and then I'll see what's left over, and then I'll plan to get it, because that is kind of an expensive purchase, but it's worth it because it's an heirloom type thing as well. It's something that we'll keep and keep and keep. The other thing I wanted to announce, other than my little savings challenge, and I think I'm going to try to get some kind of savings. I'm going to go online and look and see what other people are doing and bring that back and see if we want to do that together. And then you could set a goal for either something you want or just X number of dollars that you want to save, or something you truly need. So any of those things, you can make it your own and be the driving force behind your own saving challenge, but maybe we could do it together. Then the other thing I want us to do together, oh, I'm so excited. The bedroom downstairs, before we did the stair lift, and I could get upstairs to the room we started out in this house, which is this beautiful space. We were downstairs in a room that we had converted into a bedroom. The disembodied voice put up a wall, and we converted it into a downstairs bedroom. And so in the process of doing that, we decided, okay, that's what I'm going to use as my studio. Oh, but it's not just my studio, it's our studio, and I want you to feel comfortable with it, and I want you to like it. And so I'm going to go through and do some things, like I'm going to pick some colors and deploy a poll and let y'all choose the colors of the wall, because we're going to repaint it. Right now it's bright yellow and it's pretty, but we think we'd like to make it a different color. And so whatever you choose, that's the one we'll pick. And of course, I'm going to have a selection of them. I'm not going to be disingenuous and say, oh, I will paint it neon green, right? No, we're not necessarily going to do that. That'd be great if that's what you like, but I'll put a range of colors, and then we'll vote on them, and it'll be exciting. So you actually get to pick the color of the room. The other things that I'm going to do is, like, I got that at the thrift store in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I got that "You Are a Shining Star, You're a Shining Star, no matter who you are." That I got that song-based art. So we're going to decide where that goes in the room and where other things go in the room. It's just going to be a really eclectic and fun room, and more on the contents of that coming up. But I'm going to have a variety of polls and voting and options for my beautiful lovelies, my community here on YouTube, my Giddy Things community, our Giddy Things community. It doesn't just belong to me, to choose those decor points. And if there's anything else I can think of and be creative about, I'll do that too. So that is all to say that I love you, right? And I want you to be a part of what we're building here together. And so hopefully someday, when there are thousands of people joining us in love and harmony in this community, we can say the 97 of us, and 98 total, who created the foundation of this channel, chose the things that went in the studio and chose other aspects of the channel. And again, part of that is just because I love you so much, and you are so loved. Please never forget that. Please always go in peace and love. to serve others, and please do continue to pray for Ukraine.